installing an ACiQ 2-stage furnace, and we're going to throw an air conditioner on it as well, and a humidifier, add some ductwork. Going to do a concentric vent out the side, out the front, and
they're right water from Michigan.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Sweet, sweet. Rip this jalopy out today. Put in brand new ACiQ furnace. Put an AC unit on top and a humidifier. And we're going from an 80%er up to a 90. Threw the SDS Max on. Saved you guys all the noise. Went right straight through. Okay. We are giving this the ACiQ, what I like to call the ACiQ full package. All the way out, evaporator, condenser, furnace, and I love these G96 VTs ends. And also the TL041 thermostat. This thing I love. This is just one of the things I like to do. Pay attention to detail on this stuff. And bring that over. Slip it in. There's more wires in this house than I've ever seen in my life. But pull this out. This down. I'll pull this nice. Might have to. There. Tighten it down. Just makes it look clean. Straighten this out. Pull back over there. Old Hilmar.
What's that?
I'll just talk to myself.
Okay.
Alright, 3/4 inch.
When I do the new garage, they're going to make me pull that wooden door, aren't they? No. Fire rated? No. But she wants to keep that door, so that'll be one of them.
You just gotta make sure that you got a fire rating between the house and the garage. Maybe. I don't know. It might not because it's existing.
I don't know. How much of an asshole is the building inspector in Crawford County?
He's not really that bad. Give me a hand for a second.
Yep.
Having fun yet?
Always. Always fun. Alright.
After 40 years of this.
I'll be the next guy. You having fun yet? $290 here. Alright, so we're wiring up this TL04-1 thermostat. Alright, so let's get this girl on here. I always wondered, why is there that little string like that in thermostat wire? Reason why is so that way you can strip it easily. Alright, welcome. ACiQ. Should I dim the lights down? Alright, we're going to go through here. It says, alright, we will guide you through the process. Get started. English. Yes, 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 yes. United States. Yes, not Canada. Time zone. We are going to be down here at the very bottom because we're in Michigan. And I believe it's all the way down at the Detroit. DST. Confirm. Continue. We're 24 volts. Let's check in terminals. Oh man, I got it dirty already. Oh my goodness. Next. Everything's available. Continue. Fahrenheit. Good. Deadband setting. I will ask Jared over at ACiQ what the deadband setting is. Alright, available set point. Continue. By unit. So we're gonna go, I believe it's here. Finish. Alright, here we go. So what you do is you push this button. It goes auto, heat, cool, or off. Auto means it does just stay. If it's got to kick the AC on, it'll kick it on. If it kicks the heat on, it kicks the heat on. If you want heat only, that's what we're going to go to right now. Heat. And we got it set to 70. There it is. Just leave it. Let it set. In a second. Most people forget this right here.
And you got Greg for 10 minutes.
And do a combustion test. Alright, looks like we got ignition. Nitric gas, high efficient. Doing a combustion analysis. The other thing too that we're gonna do is do our temperature rise. Here. Doing here. So, get out our probes here. Biggest thing is, so since our oxygen, this is the nice thing about field keys, man. I'll tell you what, I can sit right here and I don't even have to look at my detector. I can just look at right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna increase the fuel pressure. And that's going to take and start changing the oxygen level there. Back it off. I like to have it right around about 8.5. So what this does is this here, ACiQ furnace, will take and run for 16 minutes in low speed. And if it, or low fire, and it hasn't got to temperature in the 16 minutes, it will increase up into high fire. Do my job link. So it's in low fire right now. We want it to kind of level out, and then we'll get things adjusted. Going here.
Being out, so.
Right.
Not that it's a big deal, but when she freaks out that she doesn't have any hot water, I gotta turn it off, turn it on.
No, because that kept pressure all the way there. The only air gap we had here was in that section, and it pushed it out because the rest is going to maintain pressure over there.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna go back here. And we're gonna go back to combustion.
Two lines open.
And move this out. Alright, we're gonna go back here. I'm gonna go back to our customer.
Yeah, this light will look really good.
What's going on, everybody? It's Ryan with A2L Mechanical. Today we are setting the condenser outside on this whole house system that we did. We did an upgraded ACiQ furnace and air conditioning. We added that. So today I'm just setting the air conditioner. I'll do the flare fittings, show you what I use and how I do it, and then I will not be evacuating the system due to the fact I'm a big component that unless it's warm out, you can't dehydrate it correctly. I think, you know, Jim Bergman, he's got some shows or got a YouTube video on that. It really explains in depth, you know, what I think the industry's been doing wrong for a while, but it's just because we didn't have the technology as we do today. So stay with me and we will get this, I'll show you the system I use and how I do it. All right, so let's get this ACiQ. This is an inverter system. Look at that. Whew. 16 SEER, baby. Check out that rating. I love doing inverter technology. My 2026 goal is to really know these units inside and out for the troubleshooting aspect of it. Kind of my experience has been nothing but troubleshooting, some installation, but mainly all troubleshooting. So that being said, with that being said, stick to the subject, Ryan. My goal this year is to actually go down to ACiQ and deal with the great people there on, you know, troubleshooting. Jared, he's a lead, I think he might be the lead tech down there on this. Maybe it's Chris, but I think it is Jared. And learning the ins and outs of troubleshooting inverter technology. So it's just like wearing a glove for me. And this is the way I set up my line set. I always use a 3-inch PVC, and then I use a hose clamp, and I'll clamp this down on top of it. ACiQ, they have flare fittings. I use the Navac power flare. Found that is a great way to do it. Saves you time. Brazing, putting nitrogen in. That's another thing, is hooking up the nitrogen tank and everything like that. We will be charging this with nitrogen to set and test it till springtime. So, all right, let's go ahead and let's get the AC lines ran and charged up, and then we'll do a little tutorial here on the wiring of this system. You'll notice ACiQ, there's an S1 and S2, and that is for communicating. So you always want to come down here to your Y2 if you're running only a two wire out to the unit, so that way it fires on high cooling, and then come back over your C. Your main power is going to come in here to L1 and L2, and then you're neutral there. Now, with it being 24 volts, you're going to have to flip up this dip switch right there on number 2, so it knows that it's 24 volts. That's what you do there. Here, go through here. Got this little drain tab I never put on. It's not for the bottom of the unit. If you have to drain it, maybe you got it up high. Got it out there. Now this is AC only, so we will. It's not every. Once I sell through these units that I have right now, I'm just gonna do heat pumps. That way, everybody has two forms of heat. You'll have natural gas or propane, and then also you'll have an inverter heat pump to be able, just in case, let's say, you know, the furnace does go down, you'll still have some heat. The other thing is the ACiQ boxes double as a workbench, free of charge. So kind of did that, maybe a little wrong. I'll try to get my 3/8 line above my 3/8 line above the 3/4 inch line set. That seals it off. Okay, so I'm not going to get too crazy on bends on this one just because of what we got going on. And pull this up. So I'm going to cut it right about here around.
I'm surprised. I've gotten quite a few responses, but nobody's bought that furnace. I put it for $75. I'm like,
Really?
somebody will buy that thing for $75 in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Instead of screwing around with starting at a couple hundred and coming down and all that.
Oh yeah. No, I get that.
So it'll be gone in a few days.
Yeah, well. Oh, my nylon
So
spill.
that's your compressor thing?
Yeah, that's called a Navac power flare. And that's
Oh,
what,
you're flaring it with that.
yep. So that way I don't have to mess with it. Does a perfect flare.
Sweet.
Yep.
You got all these cool toys and you didn't have a right angle drill.
I know. Now I do.
Is that sealer?
Yeah, it's called nylon. Some people recommend it. A lot of people recommend it. Some people don't. They actually recommend just a little bit of sealant, and it's the difference, you know. So what I'm gonna be doing is sliding this unit kind of. I want it as back. I want it as back as I can, so I might even have to pull the unit up. But I'll just tighten this down for now, and then move stuff around after I get it on. Because I don't want to crank tight it. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna grab this. I need that for the straighter, right? Looks like I'm gonna have to pick up some Schraders so that way I can keep in some of my bag. No big deal. Man, I love doing AC. That's one of my favorite things to do is AC. It means it's warm out for the most part. Just because I'm particular and maybe it doesn't make sense, maybe it does. But what I'll do, oh no, drop it in the dirt, not good, not good. I'm just gonna take this out, take the Schrader out, even though I'm pumping it with nitrogen, just to kind of purge anything, purge the air out. Alright, got it hooked up here. Be purging that just to get all the moisture out of it, or get any air that's in there out of it. Now I'm going to pump it up. All I'm trying to do is to get it up around 300 degree or 300 psi's. And then I'll shut it off. Alright, so probably gonna have to steal the Schrader here. Have to buy some Schraders. There's that. So what I do is I spin this all the way out. Spin it all the way out. If you're running 24 volts, you do not, and I repeat, do not put it on S1 and S2, or you will be paying $100 for this board. Don't ask me how I know, but I know. Alright. So we're going to come over here. We're going to go, so Y1, Y2. Y2 is for high cooling. That's where you always want it if you're just running 24 and you're not doing a 2-stage or anything like that. Almost kind of tricked myself there. So I'm going to run this out for my power. Come back here. And common. So common here. Now, since I'll be leaving this over the winter, I do not hook them up in the board, just in case. Who knows? I just don't. It's just what I do. But there's that. So we got that hooked up. Now I'm going to mount the box and run that in. Alright, the unit's all on there. When I come back to evacuate the system, I'll put a surge protector on there, because due to the fact that this thing is an inverter technology system, you always want a surge protector on there. If you are looking for heating and cooling, give A2L Mechanical a call. Our number is 989-800-8701. We are based out of Grayling, Michigan. We will go to Gaylord, Traverse City, and everywhere around the north to give our services. Also, if you are looking to become a dealer, I'm an authorized ACiQ dealer. Give ACiQ a call today and get signed up. Tell them that I sent you. They will give me an attaboy. So give Marshall a call today over at ACiQ and talk to him about dealership programming or private labeling. But I just love the ACiQ, so I kind of like it on the system. Even if it was private labeling, I don't know, I love it. All right, so we got the ACiQ furnace installed. We got the U-trap on the side here, condensation pump, humidifier hooked up, duct sealant, everything looks good. Combustion analysis is all done. Everything is set up. Good clean install.